So today, we're diving into something pretty wild. A new kind of AI, one that doesn't just talk to you, but can actually sit down at a computer and use it. I'm talking clicking, typing, navigating through software, just like a person would. This is UiTars 2. Now, I want you to really let that sink in for a second. We're not talking about another chatbot. Imagine an assistant that can book a complex trip for you across 5 different websites, organize your chaotic downloads folder, or even learn to play a video game, all by literally controlling the mouse and keyboard. That's the future we're looking at today. Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll start with what it even means for an AI to use a computer. Then we'll get into the 4 huge challenges that made this seem almost impossible for so long. After that, we hit the aha moment, the self-improving system that changes everything. We'll see where it learns, how it performs, and finally, what this all means for you. So what are we actually building here? Well, the goal is what the experts call a GUI agent. And GUI just stands for Graphical User Interface. You know, everything you see and click on your screen. The dream is an AI that can see that screen, understand it, and then act on it.
This is a massive leap forward. I mean, think about it. A chatbot can give you a recipe. A GUI agent can open your browser, find that recipe, add all the ingredients to your online grocery cart, and then check out for you. It perceives the screen, it reasons about the next step, and then it acts in our digital world. But if this idea is so powerful, why don't we all have one already? Well, it turns out that building this is incredibly hard. Researchers have been banging their heads against 4 fundamental problems for years. First, there's just not enough data. You'd need millions and millions of videos of people using their computers while explaining every single click and thought. That doesn't exist. Second, teaching an AI long, complicated tasks is famously tricky. They get lost or stuck in loops. Third, just clicking on icons isn't enough. Real work sometimes means diving into a command line or managing files, and the AI has to do that too. And finally, you need a place for the AI to practice. Millions of stable virtual computers that don't crash. That alone is a monster engineering challenge. So how did the team behind UiTars 2 crack these massive problems? This is the aha moment. They created a system that teaches itself. Instead of going out and finding more data, they built an AI that could generate its own data. This quote from the research paper is the absolute heart of the solution. It's a perfect loop, a virtuous cycle. A smarter AI can do more complex things, which creates better examples of how to do those things. That better data is then fed back into the AI to make it even smarter, and the cycle just keeps going, getting more powerful each time. They call this brilliant concept the data flywheel. It's such an elegant solution to that data scarcity problem we talked about. The AI is literally pulling itself up by its own bootstraps, creating its own ever-improving curriculum as it learns. And here's how that flywheel actually spins. First, the AI tries to complete a whole bunch of tasks. Then, its attempts are automatically graded. The successful ones, the really good data, are used for focused, high-level training on specific skills. But here's the genius part. Even the failures aren't thrown away. Those attempts are used to expand the AI's general world knowledge. Then, this newly upgraded model goes right back to step 1 to try again. It's a self-improving loop that gets smarter with every single revolution. Okay, so you've got this self-improving AI, but where does all this practice and learning actually happen? It takes place in a massive, custom-built digital playground, what the researchers call a sandbox. And they actually built 2 different kinds of sandboxes. The first is a huge cluster of virtual machines running real operating systems like Windows and Ubuntu. This is where the AI learns all the complex office tasks. The second is a super fast browser sandbox. This is where it can practice web tasks and play games at an absolutely insane scale, running millions of simulations without a hiccup. So, a self-improving AI learning in a giant custom sandbox. Sounds amazing in theory, right? But does it actually work? Let's get to the good part and look at the test results, because they are seriously impressive. And right here is the payoff. This chart shows a benchmark called OS World, which tests how well an AI can do real-world computer tasks. UiTars 2, that bar on the far right, just blows past its predecessor and even beats out a really strong model from OpenAI. It's the new state-of-the-art. And it's not just about office work. Check this out. In a suite of 15 different web-based games, the AI scored a 59.8. Now, to put that in perspective, a perfect human score would be 100. This means the AI is already performing at nearly 60% of human-level skill across a whole bunch of different games. That's wild. And its skill set is incredibly broad. I mean, look at this. It nails realistic web tasks with a score of 88.2. It's great at using mobile apps on Android. It's proficient with Windows, and it even scores an impressive 68.7 on software engineering tasks. This isn't a specialist. It's a true digital generalist. So let's bring this all back home. Why does a bunch of benchmark scores matter? What does this breakthrough actually mean for you, for me, for all of us? What we're seeing here is the beginning of the end for tedious digital chores. This is the big shift from an AI you ask questions to an AI you give tasks. It's about finally automating all those complex, multi-step things we do on our computers every single day. I mean, just think about what this really enables. You could just tell it, hey, research the best copy makers under $100 from 3 different review sites and put the top 3 into a spreadsheet for me. And it would just do it. The web browsing, the data entry, the whole thing. It could manage your phone, help you code, or finally organize your messy desktop. The possibilities are just enormous. And that really brings us to the final question, the one I want to leave you with. With an AI this capable, this versatile, sitting on your computer, ready to go, what is the very first task you would give it?